I'm here today with Area Sales Manager Mark Collins from Cutera, and we're going to discuss the new device in the body sculpting market, the truSculpt ID. So Mark, tell me a little bit about the product.
Yeah, hi Jay. So my name's Mark Collins. I'm the Area Sales Manager for New South Wales South and for New Zealand. Cutera has area sales managers around the country covering every state in Australia. So Cutera was founded back in 1998, and we've been on the stock exchange in the US for around about 16 years. Cutera is an engineering company that researches and develops innovative products for the aesthetic market. And truSculpt ID is one of those products. truSculpt ID uses monopolar radio frequency to permanently remove fat cells for body sculpting in the aesthetic market. And it is the first and only product that has been approved by the FDA for fat lipolysis, which is quite a milestone because there are other radio frequency devices on the market that do some body shaping, but not to the same level or quality or comfort of Cutera's truSculpt ID.
How does it work and how does it do that? And is it safe and effective on all skin types?
Hey, good questions. Yes, it is safe and effective on all skin types. The way truSculpt ID works, being monopolar radio frequency, it wants to go deep. So the skin just conducts that current through, so it doesn't have any effect on the skin, which means you can even treat over a tattoo. Then the current gets filled up in the adipose tissue or fat tissue through impedance, or sometimes known as resistance. So basically that is holding that energy up there and gets converted into heat. The heat is what's going to destroy the fat cells. And we're able to treat from skin to muscle. So we get the entire area treated, and on average, 24% of the fat cells in that area that are getting that energy are going to be permanently damaged so that they are removed. And therefore you get a 24% reduction in fat in the treated area.
Uses monopolar radio frequency. How many hand pieces do you need to get a result, and where can you put those hand pieces on the body?
Okay, so the system comes with multiple hand pieces, 6 of which are the automated part of the system. You can use as little as 1 hand piece or as many as 6 hand pieces at the same time. And so they just get placed on the skin over the fat pocket that you've identified as being the area that you want to treat. Then there are 2 other hand pieces. One is a 16 centimeter square hand piece, so it's only a small one, and that's just designed for treating the submentum area, so through this area, which is also a 15-minute treatment. We wouldn't treat over the trachea and the larynx in this area because that wouldn't be a consistent fat layer, and there might be some concerns there if you did treat there, so just the submentum area. And then there's also a 40 centimeter squared hand piece, which is a manual hand piece, so the operator would move that across the skin slowly, and that would be used only when there's an anatomically difficult area on the client where they want to have treated, but the automated hand pieces won't fit ideally. So that's the only time you're going to use that. But most of the time, I'd say 90 to 95% of the time, you're going to be using the automated components.
And how many treatments are recommended for a result? Let's take the abdomen, for example.
Okay, so good question, and a common question from both people who are considering entering the body sculpting market and for clients who are considering having a treatment. So it's always going to come down to the consultation and just how much fat there is in that area that the client wants treated and just what kind of result they want. So we have been able to do as few as 1 15-minute treatment in one section of the abdomen. So sometimes they might want all 6 hand pieces. And that might give the client the result that they're after. Other people may want 2 or even up to 3 treatments in that same area. But then other people want 1 treatment in each area, but they want multiple areas. treated. So we can also do that, and you can do up to 4 sessions in one sitting with the handpieces, and that would equate to an hour, and you would have 4 areas treated, and you could use 6 handpieces in each of those 4 treatments.
Many patients who've treated describe this treatment.
Okay, so no one has claimed it to be painful. Everyone says it feels just like a hot stone massage. So it's a very, very comfortable and tolerable procedure. However, if the handpiece is on the skin and over the fat pocket correctly, then the set temperature of the machine, which can be overridden, but if you are at the set temperature, then that will be a perfectly comfortable treatment.
What benefits are there on the truSculpt ID compared to other procedures?
Yeah, okay. So the benefits of truSculpt ID is it's a very fast procedure. It's a very comfortable procedure. You're not restricted on placement. So there are no belts, and there's no cups, and there's no clamps, and no suctioning. So it's just simply place those handpieces over the adipose tissue on the skin. Because it's any area, then we can do a complete body ID treatment, so that you don't end up with just some areas treated and other areas not able to be treated. So it's a fantastic system if you want a really natural looking end result.
So who would be a suitable candidate for a truSculpt ID treatment? Because I know other technologies, there is limitations, if you will. So what are the limitations on truSculpt ID?
Okay, so there's a couple contraindications for a start. So we would always say don't treat anyone who's pregnant and don't treat anyone with skin cancer, but almost everyone is an ideal candidate because there are no restrictions on placement, and there is no BMI restriction. So if there's adipose tissue there, you can treat it. Previously, the older systems that are on the market, they had to pinch for an inch of fat. We can actually get away with even less than that. So if there's around about a centimetre of fat, then it could be treated. There are examples of people who have been treated that other systems would have had to turn away because they wouldn't possibly have been able to pinch for an inch or get the get the fat in the suction cup or be able to clamp it. It's a fast treatment as well. So that means that your clients won't be walking away and choosing not to have the treatment. They'll actually go, well, you know what, 15 minutes, I can do that. I've got that in my lunch break. Let's go now.
Fantastic. So it sounds like in terms of candidates, it's open to more than any other technology in the body sculpting. Would that be accurate?
Oh, absolutely. And Cutera had that in mind. When they developed the truSculpt ID, they wanted an automated system because we knew that that's what the market actually wanted. But not everyone is suitable for an automated treatment. So they can have, as mentioned earlier, an anatomically difficult area on the body that they want treated. The automated handpieces may or may not fit on that area, but that's why we brought out the handheld handpiece. And then that would be a 15-minute treatment provided by the operator by moving that handpiece or gliding that handpiece over the fat pocket. There's also the submentum area, which it will be treated just through here. So that's up to a 15-minute treatment in that area. And so, yeah, primarily there should be very few people that would ever need to be turned away.
When do you typically see results? What is the protocol from Cutera on the truSculpt ID?
So clinically, we know that if you're treated today, then in 12 weeks' time, you will not only have your full result, but all of the healing that occurs from having had the treatment will have completed. We've seen that histology samples have proven that everything is done by 12 weeks. It is possible to start seeing the beginning of your result, say for an abdomen at 6 weeks, and obviously a bit more of a change at 8 weeks, but ultimately the full change will be at 12 weeks. However, under the chin, so the submentum area, we do see results coming through a little bit faster in that area. So sometimes up to or as few as 4 weeks, and you'll start to see a result, which it's great under here. People will actually comment, oh, have you lost weight? So maybe you've only had the treatments through this area, but because that fat is now being removed, it gives the appearance that perhaps you've been losing weight all over your body.
What marketing support does Cutera offer if we were to purchase the truSculpt ID? How does Cutera support?
Great question there. So how does Cutera support you from a marketing perspective once you've purchased the machine? So Cutera have developed a lot of collateral on our website that is available for all truSculpt ID owners to use. So that includes e-blast campaigns, a product launch night that you should hold with your clients in conjunction with Cutera. We'll help you through that one. So we plan an event, and those events have been very, very successful, and then ongoing success from having kicked off well. We have a 90-day program there. There's multitude of campaigns that you can download and send out. So they're editable, so you can put your own business details on there. The things like Mother's Day, Father's Day, summer bodies are made in the winter, birthdays, well, whatever the campaign, Cutera's considered it, and it's there available for downloading and use.
How many areas can be treated in a single session?
So we can use, as before mentioned, that you can either use one handpiece, two handpieces, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in one time with the automated system. So let's just take the example that we're using 6 on the abdomen. And let's just imagine we're stacking them in 2s up the center of the abdomen. We can treat that area today, and then we can treat another area beside that, or a totally different area on the same day, just immediately after. So up to 4 areas in one session, which would take an hour.